I'm gonna try this chess piece out against this boss. It might not be a good idea, but even though technically I gained because I was at what, 300? I was at 362 and 38. So that's technically only 400. It's about the same. I'll have to see.
They've all gone mad! Stop! Just wait! Surely we can...
Hearts of peace is littered with death. Justice.
Great one! Thank you, bastard!
Ogham deserves one last execution. Get down!
Guillotine. Fight or die!
Oh.
Mere strength is no match for skill.
Ah, got him. I guess this chess piece is actually very interesting. If you can tank it. So I got this. It's nice.
How can I be of aid? Thank you.
For what it's worth, my name is Leitis. I appreciate the rescue, but... Eamon, everything I know, it's all gone. It isn't worth much, but take this. Perhaps it will aid you against that monster.
There we go. Now my
There is
gameplay
only
ramps
one
up.
thing enter the manor. So, you know of it. I remember the night it all began. The Count and his men returned in the witching hour, carrying something hidden from sight. We didn't know what it was at the time, but we certainly learned soon. It was alive, and he needed to feed it. The changes came slowly. There were whispers of the downtrodden and clanless going missing. Nobody of consequence. The Count's men were simply cleaning up the ne'er-do-wells, those that contributed nothing. But then, the Count started changing the penalties for common crimes. 5 men were arrested after a simple scuffle over payment. A woman was arrested for adultery, like we were somehow living under the tyranny of the Eternals all over again. Charges became commonplace for almost anything. Living in the manor, my husband and I were somewhat protected, but we saw what was happening. All of these criminals, were sentenced to hard labor, digging away beneath the manor until their strength was spent. When that happened, he hanged them and threw their bodies to that creature. I don't know what the Count is looking for beneath the manor. Perhaps he hopes for proof that his heritage is actually pure. Perhaps he's just gone well and truly mad. He's torn a massive hole right in the middle of the manor. A living testament to what he's done to our way of life. That place is a madhouse. Every day was spent threading a careful line. Question the Count, and you'd get arrested. Flatter him too much, and he'd grow paranoid and arrest you anyway. The Countess watched all of us with cold eyes. The nobles began to change. Strange proclivities emerged. They brought lone villagers into their rooms in the dead of night, never to be seen again. Eamon and I tried to flee, but they caught us. When she came to us from the Vastiri desert, we nobles were just happy the Count had finally found a wife. If we had known what was to come, we never would have celebrated. From the moment she arrived, she spent her time whispering dreadful little barbs in his ear. He became rather agitated and started doubting himself, doubting his bloodline. He had a scholar repeatedly investigate whether the Eternals had dirtied his ancestry. When he found out that he might have had an unwelcome interloper in his family tree, he became fixated on proving himself, even though we all repeatedly assured him he already had our loyalty. He's been obsessed with gaining power ever since, and I think the Countess promised him a way to achieve it. It's all gone.
Alright. Really? I'm missing that int that I wanted just now. Wow. Okay.
How can I be?
Time to refocus.
Fixed. Okay. And then any support gems. Final strike of twice in succession. I'll try that.
If you find a pipe, take a look. That'll be useful. Till next
So
time.
this chess piece is okay. Pretty